Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Indie Game Insider. This is Xenominer. I've played this a few times, but I haven't gotten into it too much. I really like the graphics in this game. It's pretty crisp. Of course, I like to set my difficulty to hard in almost every video game I play. I like to be challenged, so we'll go ahead and do that. Now, Xenominer has some other games like it that are out that interest me, and I think I'll download them in the future. So I survived a crash. Okay. So the ship's computer is explaining to me the situation that had happened. We were traveling somewhere through space, but something happened, and we crash landed on this alien planet. Oxygen and radiation are the biggest things to worry about on this planet. You obviously need oxygen to breathe, and the radiation over prolonged exposure can kill you. So immediately, since I'd been injured in the crash, I need to replenish my health and my um, my radiation levels were mid-range. So now that I've taken care of that, we can assess our situation, look around a little bit, and yeah, I've crash landed in a rather large crater. Whoa, what is that? Well, only one way to find out, right? First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and take some of these precious minerals right around my crash site. I'm also gonna take one of these lights. I'm gonna take my single processing core. I'll take the rest of my lights here too, because we are leaving the crash site. Just a moment ago, my companion, my AI, had reminded me that I can place blocks down by pressing right bumper and left bumper to switch between the blocks, and instead of pressing right trigger to mine all these things that I'm mining, like my solar panels and these precious materials here, I can press left trigger to lay them down anywhere I want. She also reminded me that I need to create a centrifuge, which I'll get to in a minute, to be able to craft more things other than just the basic things that I would be able to craft. So I'm going to go ahead and take most of the silicone just around the crash site, and then I'm going to get moving, because I also need to find ice. Inside of ice, there's oxygen. So also in the silicone, there's pieces of ice here too. I would imagine that, anyway, there's oxygen in the silicone. And common basalt, you could find some oxygen, which I just picked up, which is the blocks right next to the silicone that I'm grabbing here. I'm not going to go silicone crazy here, but my battery level's low too. The reasoning behind my battery level being low is because I took my solar core, or my solar panels, and here, let's get up here. It's a little difficult. So what we have here is we have a definite alien structure I have never seen before in this game. And I know my battery's low, but I want to grab some of this ice here because I'll need it if my oxygen level runs too low. Wow, that's beautiful. Looks like Saturn. Makes me think I'm not too far from home. Ooh, that hurt me just a little bit. It appears that I need to stay right here. There we go. I found a bot which can help me mine things that I wouldn't normally be able to mine with my typical Xenogun here. I apologize, I forget what it's called. Okay, I was just looking at my inventory to see what I had. I think I'm going to make this giant structure. I'm going to make this my home base for now. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down my... This is my single processing core. I'll need to build multiple processing cores. Alright, I'm also going to lay down some solar panels around where the sun will catch them. What else did I take from my crash site? Lights. We'll need some lights in here. Your air supply is dwindling. I have scanned the terrain and I am detecting water in a solid state. Right, I picked up some ice, so I can I can make oxygen, and we'll convert the ice into oxygen for me. So now we're decently lit in here now. I'm gonna go ahead and go to my centriforge by pressing right trigger. Once I go to my crafting screen, and I need to refill my oxygen. So I'll do that with ice. It gives me an option to use regolith, which is, or regolith, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, which is basically just block, common dirt blocks that you find on the surface. So, okay, I've increased my oxygen. My power level seems to be increasing just a little bit, but it is not a whole lot. I wish it was more. I'm going to yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and lay down some more lights down below here. Okay, hit that grab lift just fine. What is that? Xenotech light, huh? It's just not giving off enough light that I like. So we'll go ahead and put these down here too, since this is my home base here, or I'm going to make it my home base. I'm gonna drop down, hit that next grav lift. Oh, I took a nasty spill right there. Alright. My heart beating is kind of making me a little bit paranoid here. Like, I need to... Recovered some ice. Let's use it to refill. Yeah, I already did that. Okay, so I just got a quick tutorial on how to refill my ice, but I'm doing okay with that. My power level has drained to nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my centrifuge and see if I can get a battery recharge copper zinc. Let's do that. I have some iron, so we'll do a nickel iron recharge using some basalt and some iron ore. Alright. Now I'm just grabbing these crystals because I can make lights that stick to any surface by using these crystals that I'm picking up, and that'll come in handy for when I'm down below in caverns and such. So as the sun comes out, there will be increased radiation, and I will not be able to do much. So what I propose that I do is that I find a cavern that I can go into and begin mining. Now this is the surface regolith, like I was saying earlier. This is just basic dirt from an alien planet here that I can use to craft other things. Before my energy runs out, I know that I need to find some copper or I need to find some iron like I found at my crash site. That will aid in recharging my battery. Found something over here. I would assume this is copper. Yep. Just one piece of two pieces of copper here. Could be more here. Doesn't look like it. I'm just grabbing some common basalt while I was already using my beam here for mining. My battery level's critical for mining those last two pieces. I believe that's silicone up there, right next to some common basalt. Well, I've pretty much circled this entire canyon. I think I spotted something that I haven't seen yet up here. Some dark basalt right here. Normally found deep underground. Not too deep, obviously. Look at this. Alright. There's something giving off a blue tint in here. I would imagine, yep, right here, the cyan crystals here. I'm not going to take too many of those, though. There's more silicone in here. My oxygen level is getting low, so I'm going to go ahead and recharge my oxygen level with regolith this time. My battery level is also low, so I will use the copper and basalt to recharge my battery. One more time. Now I have an almost full battery. So what my AI Daisy here, it just reminded me, was that I could craft initially more pieces of armor and so on and so forth that could aid me in mining and possibly getting off this rock. Because right now things are not looking too good for escaping this planet. Grabbing some of this copper here, so later on, in case I can't find any copper, I can use this to help me out some. I'm going to go a little bit deeper here. Aluminum ore. Found some aluminum here. This could come in handy for making, I believe, computer chips, for making more processors. The more processors I have, like my single processor back at my base, the greater crafting abilities I'll have. I am almost completely out of battery power here again, so I'm going to go ahead and recharge with the copper. Found some granite here. I don't know what that could be used for, so I'm going to go ahead and pick some of it up. Found some iron. instead of using iron for crafting battery, or yeah, for crafting batteries, I'm going to continue using the copper because the iron could come in handy for something a little greater. As it seems to be a little bit more rare than the copper. Radiation levels are going to start rising, so I need to make sure that I am going to be safe from the sun. Nest material. What's this? Nest material. Could it be that an alien... This is an alien's nest. Hopefully by taking some of this I don't make it mad, right? I do have a service pistol here, but let me just test fire. And it does have ammo. I don't know how much ammo it has. Maybe it runs off my battery. Okay. This, I'm going to take that. Keeping an eye on my oxygen, I see that it is getting low. Prepare for accelerated radiation bombardment. Well, I'm ready. I see something off in the distance. Yes, I am going to come outside for a second and enter this other cave system. Luckily, the radiation wasn't too terribly bad just as the sun started to come out there. Now I'm just exploring just a little bit. I want to grab a bunch of precious materials. Also, my oxygen level is critical. I have a little bit of time though before I need to recharge it, so I'm just going to grab the rest of this copper that I see here. If there's any more. No, there's not any more. Okay. Oxygen. I'll use the regolith again, since I have lots of regolith. Well, I don't have any more. I do have some ice though, and I don't know if it's a mental thing or if it's true that the ice creates more oxygen than the regolith, but it would make sense to me. So I'm pretty far away from my home base now, that alien structure that I now call home. I don't want to stray too far away from home, so I'm going to work my way back over, keeping in mind I have a mini-map in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. I apologize for zooming through the tutorial so quickly. You can go back and pause the video and read those if you really want to. Brown sandstone. I'm just going to get close to this opening to see if it'll be safe for me to come outside yet. Keeping in mind at the top of the screen I have a heart monitor, and there's an analog signal going across saying that I am being exposed to radiation, so I'm just going to back off a little bit here. I found another nest. And I found some venator eggs. Suppose it's good I grabbed the eggs before they hatched. I think I'm going to take a chance and go outside during the daytime for a little bit. I think that's actually kind of a bad idea. I'm getting some massive amounts of radiation right there. I would like to head back to my home base here, so I'm going to take the chance and just go for it. There it is. I'm so far away from it. My radiation level is increasing. Not too bad though. I can make it. Back at home base. Oop. Haha. So, still need some regolith. That's pretty funny. I had used all my regolith. I'm gonna hop down and try and get some. Much as possible as I can. Alright, I'm gonna head back in. Okay. I'm going to make the center forge 4D fabricator. So like I was saying earlier, the centriforge will need more processors to build more advanced items. Okay. So there is the center forge. Now when I click on the center forge, you'll see that I can make the meds, the nanotech meds for health and radiation, but I'll need aluminum bars and PPUs to make them. So I can make a lot of aluminum bars right now. Oop, and I'll go ahead and make the maximum amount that I can make. Same with the copper bars and the steel bars. I can also build ceramic, concrete, ferrocrate, structural ferrocrate, and titancrate, or crete, however you want to say it. I felt like speaking fancy, so I can go ahead and make some ceramic right now, and I'll go ahead and make 10 of them, 9 of them then, fine. So I could build a PPU, because we know that's one of the things that we needed. I'll build 3 PPUs, and then I'll go back to the nanotech meds. I just want one of them, and the nanotech rads, I just want one of those also. My heartbeat monitor had slowed down, and now I don't have any radiation. Now that I've learned how to survive on this planet, I feel a lot more confident on escaping it. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. If you enjoyed it, give me a like and subscribe for more. This was Xenominer. It has some really beautiful graphics. I love how this gun works to pick up blocks and so on and so forth. Thank you guys for watching.